Good morning everyone. Hope you all are good, and I hope you have studied the previous lecture before you start with this lecture. We have been doing chapter 6, that is retirement or death of a partner, and we have started with the concept of death of a partner from past few lectures. You should watch this video completely till end for complete understanding. This is what I say in every lecture. This is important. In the last lecture, we have started with the new topic, that is executor's account and executor's loan account, of which we have already learned how to prepare executor's account. And in today's lecture, we are going to learn how to prepare executor's loan account. You should have your textbook, a writing book and other essentials with you while you watch this lecture. We have started with illustration 25 in last lecture, and this is the second lecture for the same. In last lecture, we have understood how to prepare partner's executor's account. I think the last thing that we did was by profit and loss suspense account. Yes, the difference that I was explaining between adjustment number 3 and adjustment number 5, I guess, the only difference is that while calculating the value of goodwill, they have said that you have to calculate on the basis of profits. This is the reason that we have added the amount of profit of 3 years. While in case of profit and loss, calculating profit and loss, they have said that you are supposed to take the average of 3 years. This is the reason we have divided 1,80,000 by 3 in 4th working note. I think you people might be facing confusion in this. This is the reason that I have clarified this thing related to the last lecture in the very beginning of this lecture. Alright, now let us quickly finish executor's account so that we can start preparing executor's loan account. Fine, then we were done with the adjustments and we are left with only 5th adjustment. Yes, sorry, the adjustment that I have explained right now was adjustment number 3 and 4. The difference of average profit that I have explained, by mistake I have said it is 5 and 3, but it is 3 and 4 actually. Fine, we are supposed to start with adjustment number 5. They say B's executor is to be paid rupees 9,000 immediately and the balance in 2 equal yearly installments with interest at 6% per annum. Let us apply this. Okay, in last lecture we have finished preparing B's executor's account. We are just left with the last adjustment and totaling this. Fine, the total of credit side of executor's account is higher, which is 1,20,500. Please pay attention and use your calci along with me. This is 1,20,500 minus, shift to debit side, use your calci, minus 5,000 minus 6,000 minus 300 minus 9,200 that we have not written yet. We need to understand this. So firstly, if you are using your calci, 1,20,500 minus 5,000 minus 6,000 and minus 300 gives you 1,09,200. So 1,09,200 is the amount payable to the executor, and your adjustment says that you have to pay 9,200 immediately in cash. So the payable amount is 1,09,200. From this, if you can see on debit side, it is written to bank account 9,200. This is 1,09,200 minus 9,200. The one that we are supposed to pay in cash immediately. So we have written 9,200 here. What about remaining amount? Firstly, what is remaining amount? 1,09,200 minus 9,200. So remaining amount is 1 lakh, which is the loan of B's executor. Okay? Because they have instructed that you are supposed to pay only 9,200 in cash for now. Remaining is to be paid in 2 equal yearly installments. This simply means till then it is to be kept as a loan. So the loan is 1 lakh. Whose loan it is? B's executor's loan. Alright? Fine. So we are completely done preparing B's executor's account. Let us start preparing B's executor's loan account, the second thing that they've asked us to prepare in this sum. Alright? Fine. You need to prepare the specimen for a loan account first of all. Ledger account you already know how to prepare. Debit side and credit side. What is the amount of loan? It is 1 lakh. And what does your adjustment say? Adjustment number 5. 9,200 paid immediately. Balance, which is 1 lakh, in 2 equal yearly installments with interest at 6% per annum. So loan is of 1 lakh. And you have to pay 6% interest. Okay? Here it is. Try to understand. First of all, make few things clear in your mind. Please take your writing book and a pen. B has died on which date? The last date of 6th month. If you will see here, 30/6/15. So the amount of loan is on 1/7/15. Credit side you can see 1/7/15 by executor's account 1 lakh. See here. Debit side loan account 1 lakh you have written, and this amount has been transferred in loan account. 1/7/15 by executor's account 1 lakh. Okay? And your adjustment says that the amount of loan is to be paid in 2 equal installments. Yes? Yearly installments. A year consists of 12 months. Yes? And your accounting year is 1/4/15. 1/4. Here it is. 1/4/15 to 31st/3/16. Your accounting year. Yes? And partner died before completion of accounting year. So this is the loan, and 1/7/15 to 31st/3/16 is a time span of 9 months. Now 9 months is not a year. Yes? So just we are going to calculate the amount of interest for 9 months so that we can close this particular accounting year. So 1 lakh into 6/100 into 9/12. 6% is the rate of interest and 9 is the number of months. So this way it is 4,500 to be paid to executor at the end of the accounting year, that is 31/3/16. You see the total on both the sides, 1,04,500. The total of credit side is of course higher. This is the reason it is written on both the sides. And debit side you can see 31st/3/16 to balance carried forward, 1,04,500. This becomes opening balance for the next year. The new accounting year 1416 by balance brought down. I'm reading on credit side. If you will see 1,04,500. Now you have calculated interest for 9 months in the previous year, and here you are calculating interest for 3 months, 30, 6, 16. If you can see. Why 3 months? Because earlier 9 months and 3 months now makes a year. एक साल खत्म हो गया. At the end of 12 months you have to pay first installment of 1 lakh rupees. Yes, that is the reason the remaining interest for 3 months is to be calculated in second year of ledger account. So 1 lakh into 6 by 100, this is the percentage of interest, and 3 months, 3 by 12. So interest for 3 months is 1500. Yes? Why we have calculated 3 months? Because we have calculated 9 months already earlier. Now on debit side, if you will see the same date 30/6/16, it is written to bank account 56,000. 50,000 is the amount of loan, the first installment, plus 4,500 is the amount of interest for 9 months, and 1,500 the amount of interest for remaining 3 months. So this is completely a figure of 56,000 to be paid to executor at the end of the 1 year, along with the amount of interest. Okay? So now again the step for totaling this account. Total of credit side of course is more. Sorry, we are left with one more thing. Now जब भी आप total करते हैं, every time you are supposed to write down the last date of accounting year. So on credit side you have completed this year 31/3/17. So 30/6/16 से लेकर 31/3/17 तक again it is a time span of 9 months. At the end of the 9 months you are not supposed to pay any amount, but you have to close the accounting year. That is the reason you will calculate the amount of interest for now. Yes, the payable interest. Now how much amount do you have? 50,000 you have already paid out of 1 lakh. Now you are having only 50,000 with you. So interest of 9 months on this 50,000 rupees with the rate of 6%. So 50,000 into 6 by 100, the rate of interest, and then for 9 months, so into 9 by 12 gives you 2,250. This is the amount of interest calculated for 9 months on second installment of loan, which is 50,000. Out of 1 lakh, 56,000 you have paid, matlab 50,000 for loan and 6,000 additional interest. Now only 50,000 remains. So interest of 9 months on the same at the rate of 6%. Why we have calculated interest till 31/3/17 only for 9 months? The reason is that the accounting year is completed on 31/3/17. This is the reason we have calculated only for 9 months. So the total of credit side now is higher, which is 1,08,250. 1,08,250 minus 56,000 gives you 52,250. the closing balance of loan account for the year 31st/3/17. This is the payable amount along with the interest of 9 months on second installment. So 31st/3/17 पे अगर accounting year ख़त्म हुआ है, so the next accounting year will start obviously on 1/4/17. I hope you all know the system of accounting year. So again on credit side you can see 1/4/17 by balance brought down 52,250, of which 50,000 is the amount of loan and 2,250 is the amount of interest on loan for 9 months. Still an interest of 3 months is left. So 3 months from 1/4/17 is 36/17, the completion of 3 months. Yes, to make it a year. So firstly you've written by balance brought down 52,250. Then 3 months are completed on 36/17, which is the completion of second year for the payment of second installment. So again 50,000 into 6/100, the rate of interest, into 3/12, the 3 months of interest. This makes it 750. So at the end of the second year, for the payment of second installment of loan, the total interest is 3,000. If you will calculate, the total of credit side is higher, which is 53,000. And if you will see on debit side 36/17, the amount of loan along with interest to be paid, 50,000 is the amount of second installment and 3,000 is the amount of interest to be paid along with the second installment as instructed in adjustment. 2,250 is brought from previous year that we have calculated for 9 months, and 750 here in this calculation on 36/17. So on debit side, if you will see, there is a payment of 53,000 on 36/17, which is 50,000 plus 2,250 plus 750, and the total on both the sides of this account is same. This means the amount of loan is paid completely. Alright, this is how you prepare a loan account of an executor. Let us quickly revise what we have done. The balance of loan was rupees 1 lakh. We have to pay this balance in 2 equal installments with 6% rate of interest per annum. Yes. So the date of loan is what? First of all, it is 1/7/15. Where did it come from? Obviously from executor's account. Here, the last thing mentioned on debit side, it is to B's executor's loan account 1 lakh. We have obtained this amount from here. We have transferred it in this account in the very beginning. Credit side by B's executor's account 1 lakh. Yes. Now understand first of all, what is your accounting year? It is 1/4/15 to 31st/3/16. Please write it down in your book if you are facing confusion. Your accounting year is 1/4/15 to 31st/3/16. And the partner has died just after the completion of 3 months of your accounting year. So write down the date 30/6/15, the date of death. So just in the completion of 3 months. Yes. And 1 lakh is to be paid in 2 equal installments. That means 50,000 each, along with interest of 6%. Now the rule of preparing ledger accounts is that you need to balance a ledger account at the end of the year. So the loan has started on 1/7/15, 1 lakh. Your accounting year, where does it end? 31st/3/16. So 1/7/15 से 31st/3/16 तक कितने महीने होते हैं? 9 months. And your adjustment says that you have to pay at the end of 12 months, at the completion of a year. Yes, a year consists of 12 months. But here the accounting year is ending on 31st/3/16, so it is just completion of 9 months. So you will calculate interest for 9 months and you will balance this year, the accounts for this year. So balance carry forward is 1 lakh plus 4,500 for interest. Yes, the new accounting year begins on 1/4/16 of course. So what is the opening balance? 1 lakh 4,500. Now this balance it includes the amount of loan as well as the interest for first year and first 9 months. फर्स्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट इज टू बी पेड एट द एंड ऑफ 1 year. तो 1 year ख़त्म होने में महीने कितने रह गए? 3 महीने सिर्फ. एंड यू हैव टू पे इंस्टॉलमेंट अलॉन्ग विथ इंटरेस्ट. सो फर्स्टली वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड द अमाउंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट फॉर रिमेनिंग 3 months, which is 1,500. And then on the same date, debit side if you will see, we have paid the first installment along with interest. Yes, so previous 9 months and this 3 months makes it a year for payment of first installment. Now your accounting year, which has started on 1/4/16, where it will end, you know this very well, it will end on 31st/3/17. Yes, but you have paid first installment on 30/6/16. So second installment का डेट स्टार्ट कहाँ से होगा? Of course the next month, 7th month में. Yes, 1/7/17. So 1/7/17 से 1/7/16. I'm sorry, it's not 16. It's not 17. It is 16. So the payment, the date of payment, the second installment, the date begins from 1/7/16. So 1/7/16 से 31st/3/17 कितने महीने हो गए? 9 months again, because your accounting year will end on 31/3/17. We'll calculate the rate of interest for 9 months again, and which is 2,250. So the closing balance, if you will see on debit side, it is 52,250, which is 50,000 the amount of second installment and 2,250 the rate of interest for 9 months. Is that clear? Okay. So the next accounting year, of course, will start on 1/4/17 because it ended on 31st/3/17. What is the opening balance? 52,250. We have to pay the second installment on completion of a year. Completion of a year, not definitely the completion of accounting year, just a year. Yes, so 9 months have already been calculated in the previous accounting year. So here you have to calculate only 3 months. Yes, so 1/4/17 से 30/6/17 तक रहते हैं 3 महीने. So we'll calculate the interest on 50,000 for this 3 months. So the interest for 3 months is 750. Now this entire amount is to be paid on this date, that is 30/6/17, which is the completion of second year for the payment of second installment of executor's loan along with the amount of interest. And you see the total of both the sides is same, 53,000. The second installment along with interest is paid to executor. Alright, so here we complete preparing these executors loan account. I can well understand this was little bit difficult for you to understand, but I suggest you watch it on repeat mode for twice or thrice maybe to make a clear and better understanding. And let us see what is your homework. These are the working notes. Here is your homework, that you have to prepare executor's account and you have to prepare executor's loan account that we have learned today. Let me make it clear that you will be able to understand executor's loan account only once you prepare it in your book with a pen, pencil in your hand. Only understanding it orally doesn't help. So for clear understanding, you should write it down along with the lecture you watch. Okay? So you will complete this illustration today in homework, and also you are having a sum of similar kind in your textbook. The very last sum in the exercise, I think it is question 19. Still you should check in your textbook. The last sum in your exercise is similar to the illustration that we have done now, that is illustration 25. Okay, you should solve this illustration at first before you proceed with the sum that is given in exercise. Once you will understand this illustration, only then it is possible for you to solve the sum given to you in exercise. You will prepare executor's account first, and the amount of loan that you will obtain from that is to be transferred in loan account, and only then you can prepare the ledger account for loan. Okay, so I hope I'm clear. Please study the lecture thoroughly, understand it, make efforts to do your work on a regular basis. Yes, so here we'll end our session. We'll see you soon in the next session. Till then, stay home, Study well and do your homework on a regular basis completely.